Long live the king.
The secret tragedy in Godzilla, King of the Monsters has been sat there in plain sight all along. I touched on this in my recent 5-minute IMAX trailer breakdown, so today I wanted to explore it just that little bit further and expand upon it for those that may have missed that video, but also it would seem that my theory has actually been somewhat confirmed by Kyle Chandler himself. So please do bear in mind that this is absolutely a theory, nothing is confirmed at all, and it's important to note though, if you don't want any spoilers for a potential spoiler, then click off the video completely now. So we know that in Godzilla King of the Monsters we would be once again exploring the world through the eyes of a family, similar to how we saw elements of the monster chaos with Bryan Cranston's character and of course his son in the 2014 Godzilla. Now this is something that's been confirmed already, but the actors who are portraying this family are Vera Farmiga, Kyle Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown. They will be the mother, wife, husband, daughter. From the opening trailer, we couldn't quite get a feel for this family. They weren't shown together, they weren't interacting in any way. However, in the most recent trailers, we've been given closer glimpses of this family. From Vera in Antarctica with Millie Bobby Brown, we saw Mothra in her larvae form with mother-daughter combo, and in the background, alongside Monarch, in every single scene, has been Kyle Chandler's character. Now from set visits and character breakdowns, we know that Vera Farmiga's character, Dr. Emma Russell, and Kyle Chandler's character, Mark Russell, have completely opposing views on the monster threat. It's not uncommon for married couples to have opposing views, but it's fairly uncommon for those couples to work completely against one another, which they are absolutely doing in the upcoming film. Now we know that Dr. Emma Russell believes the monster threat to be a type of cleansing of the world, whereas Mark Russell is more on the other side of the fence, that they are absolutely a threat. One of Godzilla's main issues from its critics was very little monster action. Now of course it had to have a human story to carry the movie for a narrative perspective, but most people who are negative towards the film will freely say that they focus too much on the human aspect. For Godzilla King of the Monsters, it would appear that they are balancing that a little bit more favourably, but the human aspect is still there, and it's been sat there in plain sight from day one. In the very first trailer, we see Millie Bobby Brown's character in her apartment, her house, clutching a photo. In that photo, we see a family: Mark Russell, Emma Russell, and Millie Bobby Brown's character, and one other. Now this, I believe, will be the linchpin to the family split. Two opposing sides, with one child in the middle. The devastation that was caused in San Francisco with the Muto Godzilla fight is my belief that easily one of the casualties would have been their other child. Now this leads to a split. Mark Russell, full of grief, Emma Russell, full of grief, both handling that grief in varying ways. Dr. Emma Russell, being a scientist, takes a more philosophical approach, blended with her scientific reasoning. The Titans, as age-old as they are, must be the balancing act of the world. They have been here before us, they will be here after us, and so, on some grief-stricken mission, she goes around attempting to free them from all of their slumber. Now Mark Russell, on the other hand, a pragmatic military man, not necessarily out for vengeance, but a man that clearly now is cautious of these monsters, knows that they need to be feared, and humanity must have a contingency plan to stop them. In a recent interview, Kyle Chandler revealed the following about his character. You learn as the character goes along, his relationship to Godzilla and the other creatures and his wife, and his past with this situation over the past many years and the loss that he's encountered. And so that's his dichotomy, what he feels through the storyline, and you get to learn what his emotional drive is through the story. So there's a learning curve through the story. It's not just the hatred towards monsters. And there we have it. So it is my belief that this tragic story in Godzilla King of the Monsters will be a very human element. Now again, this is all just theories, but from a narrative perspective, it makes an awful lot of sense. However, that being said, we actually don't need to wait much longer now, as the release is fast approaching and we will be able to sit down and enjoy the hype train that is Godzilla King of the Monsters. What do you think of this theory? What do you think of this as character motivation for the human element in the upcoming film? Drop all of your thoughts down below in the comment section, and if you liked this video, please do give it a like and a share. And if you're new here, please subscribe to stay up to date on everything in the world of pop culture and movie news. Crush that bell notification icon. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.